stuff going on. All right. Welcome to the morning message. Oh my God, guys. Oh my God. Just wait till we get started today. I'm gonna wait and let y'all join the live. Let YouTube announce that we're here. Wait until we talk today. Oh my God. Destiny had a baby. Vic's daughter finally had her baby at 5:34 this morning. We welcomed a new life onto the planet, at home, surrounded by family and friends. She delivered a baby into the world, a 9-pound baby at that, a big baby, naturally, at home with birth workers. My God. My goodness and my God, okay? We're going to get started in just a second. Those of you who are part of the regular fam and you be here all the time, you know the journey we've been on with this baby. Waiting for this baby to arrive, and she finally, literally burst onto the scene this morning. Whew. Maybe Destiny will come back on live in the coming days and weeks to share more of that journey with you all. Whew. But my goodness. I don't know. I don't know how people don't believe in God and can know that babies are born every single day from nothing. We all start out as nothing and we become something through the fertilization process. And then 9 months later, you're a whole being. It's unbelievable to me. It's unbelievable to me. And in fact, I was really concerned about her labor process, her birthing process. Not because it was a home birth, but because we knew the baby was probably very large, and she is 9 pounds. So it just was a lot of touch and go kind of feelings around this home birth at 41 and a half weeks and a 9-pound baby. And Vic and I actually had said to her, like, you need to make sure you have contingency plans set up because pregnancy is risky anyway. Home births can be challenging, right, in case of emergency. So prepare for all of the occasions mentally. And that was like the mama bear in us, trying to think ahead of the think ahead. Like, this is what you want, but be prepared for X, Y, or Z to happen. That's just like mama psychology 101. Like, we thinking 3 steps ahead, literally. So she thugged it out and delivered safely with minor complication, and she's got a healthy baby girl laying right beside her. And I had to laugh when I saw the title of this video. It could not have been more timely or more apropos. The video is called "They Call Me Crazy Until It Works." I thought she was a little crazy to be having such a big baby in a home birth, in a late-term pregnancy. I thought it was a risk that I wouldn't take, probably. Not my situation. But she did, and obviously it's worked out fine. And through the process of it all, because we live by human design, we don't just talk about it, we live by it. So it was like her making the decision from her gut. And I asked her, are you making this decision in your thinking mind? Or are you caught up in your feelings about how you feel about hospitals? Or are you making this decision from your gut? And she said, no. My gut says I'm going to be fine. Hey, Enough said. And it was, and she is. But I looked at the title of this video after the birth, and I was like, wow. That is such a broad stroke statement that can be said for a lot of experiences that many of us may have in life that we feel very confident and certain about, but other people will be like, you're batshit out of your mind for choosing to do it that way or to do that thing. I know for me personally, many of y'all know, I went to Mexico a couple of weeks ago for my birthday. People thought I was they literally thought I was out of my mind because I chose to ask my supporters to support me in going on this trip. I've had folks think that I'm out of my mind for quitting my job to go into entrepreneurship or selling my home and moving to another state without knowing anything about the state. There's so many decisions that I too made from my gut that others would just simply not understand, and I assume that you all feel the same way. This is coming through as a channeled message that you too have been through experiences where people thought you were crazy for doing it, or maybe even not doing the thing. You know, people thought you were crazy for dating a particular person or choosing to make a decision in a particular way, or choosing not to go forward towards something that really was meant for you. People called you crazy until it worked out for you. People thought you were crazy for going into certain forms of occupation or education, and you're like, no, this is for me. May not make sense to you, but this is for me. Okay. They call you crazy until it works. So I feel like today, and by the way, let me introduce myself. My name is Allah-mi Basheer, Intuitive Self-Mastery Coach. I chime in here Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 Eastern, to do a live intuitive channeled message. I'm going to work with these oracle decks today and tell the story of what I experienced last night and this morning. I have never seen someone deliver a child right before my eyes and in person, in real time. I saw a soul enter this earthly realm in real time through a portal that we call a womb. And it's the most amazing thing I think I've ever seen in my entire life. And I have children, obviously. Many of you know that I have a set of twins. They'll be 21 this year, actually. They're no longer babies, but they are still my babies. I did not have them naturally. I ended up having to have a C-section. Not by choice, by circumstances. So I didn't have hours and hours and hours of grueling labor. I didn't have to be challenged with that kind of anxious anticipation of the wait of the delivery. I was chilling until they said, you know, my son was having some challenges. So then it's like, all right, go time, plan B. But that was the most divine thing I've ever seen in my life. This beautiful baby literally got her human design today. And I love that so much. The first thing Vic did was look up her human design when she got her birth time. And so we energetically already know what this baby is bringing into the world, and now have the knowledge and wherewithal for how to really support her in her use of her gifts and superpowers. What you all might call personality characteristics or habits or tendencies. That's what human design helps you to understand about yourself, much less your baby. And for those of you who have children, no matter how young or old they may be, understanding how they're made, it really is one click away using their birth time date, city, and state location. You can come to really unlock some really profound things about the souls that you were brought into the world. So I highly recommend that. If it's not for you personally, then maybe you can tell a friend, encourage a friend to look into their child's human design. Whew. But I want to get back on to the actual topic at hand of people thinking that you're nuts for making certain decisions that really resonate for you. Hey, Maya. Hell, you might even think you're nuts sometimes for certain decisions that you make. Now, Spirit is saying no. You only think you're nuts for certain decisions that you're making on your own, but when you make decisions from your gut, you have a confidence in it. Okay. When we make decisions from our deepest, most sacred place, which is our intuition, we have a confidence in it. It's a quiet confidence because it's a feeling. And we can feel that feeling with utmost certainty, with clarity, like, I know something's not right, or I know I should probably go do or stop doing. We have that inner knowing, what I again lovingly call your intuition, your inner knowing. We have it. We all have it. And some of us have even greater than our sense of intuition. We have this instinctive knowing. Our instinctive knowing is primal. It keeps us literally safe in the world. It's that kind of knowing. We talk about animal instincts. They just know what to do and when to do it. They just know. Humans do too. We all have access to it, but we don't all honor it. And there's different reasons for that. When your instincts strike up and say, this place doesn't feel safe, or that may not be a good idea because it may have a harmful consequence. Our inner knowing knows, if we don't override it with our thinking mind. That sense of knowing a thing without knowing why we know it, we all have access to it, if only we honor it and pay attention. So what have people called you crazy about? What have people challenged in your experience that you knew certainly was right for you? Are you someone that can make confident and grounded decisions, rooted in a knowing that's not clearly attached to data or details? It's a feeling of certainty. Do you know how to get to it for yourself? So these are all the kind of rhetorical questions for us to be pondering this morning. And it's not just for the sake of, I knew this thing and then that was that. I honored it or I didn't honor it. It's like using it as a future, what I'm hearing is a future forward strategy. Future forward strategy. That's what our intuition gifts us with. A knowing about things that haven't happened yet, but we feel some degree of clarity or certainty around it. Future forward. That's what our intuition will give us. Okay. Your intuition will strike so loud in you that makes you clearly and in a very determined way make decisions about things that other people will not have a clue as to why. They just won't understand it. They may not call you crazy to your face, but they'll probably judge it. Yeah, they'll probably judge it. They'll probably question it. They want details and data to justify why you are doing what you're doing. Meanwhile, you may not be able to give it to them. It's just a feeling. It's a sense of certainty that does not have evidence. So it's a lot of energy around you all really leaning into that part of yourself. When you have those feelings about things that just don't quite make sense or add up for people. Feelings about what would keep you safe, or feelings about what should be your next best decision. They may call you crazy until it works out. Because intuition and our instinct of knowing, it always works out. And I'm not just saying that to fill this conversational space. Your intuition is your internal GPS. It's your internal guide to success. It always works out. Every time, not sometimes. Even the times where you may have had a challenge on the back end of it. Hi, Carrie Grace. Even in times where it may have caused you some difficulty. We think because we follow our intuition, we never have a problem or we never have an obstacle to overcome. Not true. Intuition aligns us with the right story, with our right path, with our right relationships, with right work, with rightness. Things that are appropriate for us. It doesn't have to make sense to other people. As we say, the math isn't mathing. It doesn't have to for them. It's like the story of ambition. Our ambitions come to us through us. Things that we want to do, things that matter, things that excite us, it comes to us through us. It doesn't come to everybody else. The vision, the sense of understanding and certainty, it doesn't come to everybody else. It only comes to us. And so therefore that knowing, that sensing to know what is strategically right and best for you, that comes through you too. So for those of you who are looking to receive the validation and justification from other people, the approval, you're looking to receive it from other people to confirm what is right and best for you. Good luck. Good luck. And I say that honestly, because people may not have it to give to you because it's not their knowing, it's yours. It's not even for them to know, it's for you to know what's right and best for you. It's for you to be willing to believe in your knowing well enough to where you don't second guess it. To where you don't challenge it with intellect. But you lean into that feeling of knowing internally and with more certainty, with more clarity. You ever trying to feel for your gut on a situation and you can't quite get to it, so you got to sit with it longer? That's okay. Some of you fall short because you not only sit with it longer, which is great, but you sit with it in company of other people. And that's not even how you're made to make decisions. There are very few people who are made to make decisions in conversation with other people. That is a strategy. If you have a mental authority in human design or ego authority, self-projected authority, these are all authorities, like decision-making strategies by which you actually need to talk to somebody else to get to your gut. But if I tell you how many people that I know that use this as a strategy, well, let me bounce this off of you. Why? Your inner knowing doesn't come through conversation. If you really understand how you're made, you might come to know that your inner knowing comes from just knowing in the moment, making a decision in the moment. That splenic authority, that's very instinctive. It's like all about what keeps you safe right now. It knows. It's future forward. If you're a generator type and you have a sacral, that gut, asking yourself yes, no questions gives you clarity in the moment. You see me snapping? It's that fast. But if you're one that's always asking somebody else's opinion or for their feedback or for their story for comparison to what's possible for you, good luck. It's only going to create more confusion. Because even if they're in agreement with what you're feeling, you're still going to be wondering, am I doing this because they said it's a good idea, or am I doing it because I genuinely feel in my heart, soul, gut that this is the best idea for me? Those are different. Somebody's saying, oh yeah, that's a good idea to go buy that car. And then you're at the car lot going to buy the car because they've convinced you that it's the best deal, it's the best brand, it's the best mileage, it's the best thing. And you're over here like, haphazardly doing it because in you don't feel settled. There's something, and here's the thing. Our gut will let us know when we're not at peace. That's how you know if a decision is not in your best interest, because you don't feel at peace. And then when I say at peace, it's not because, it all makes clear sense and it's perfect, because when we make sense of something, we can justify a peaceful existence, because we use reason to draw a conclusion. So like I did all my calculations and yeah, I feel good about that because that's what the calculations. Meanwhile, when you start feeling for it in your gut or in your heart center, just in general, feeling for it, saying that feeling of I don't know, is telling you something. So everybody else may say, hey, this is a great opportunity. That job in Costa Rica is a great opportunity. It's beautiful there. You're going to make a lot of money and be in a great community and all the things that make sense and that matter to our societal norms. But you're feeling for that shit like, and that hesitance like, is something to pay attention to. It's important that we pay attention to where that hesitance is coming from. Is it a matter of our opinion? Or our emotions really not settling with it over time? Or is it a knowing that we don't even know why we know it? We don't even know why we think it. Or why we're not attracted to the opportunity that is so great. We don't even know. So when I say good luck, that means that when you're not honoring your own inner truth and you're relying on the wisdom of others, you're setting yourself up for complications. You may be derailing your whole path because you're following your comparison to somebody else as opposed to honoring what truly feels right and best for you. And they'll call you crazy for choosing you and choosing your inner knowing all the way up until it works. Some of you might know enough about my story, my history, to be looking at my life path and be like, Allah-mi's crazy. There's no way I would have let go of a 6-figure job that had flexible hours, doing something she kind of loved. There's no way I would do that to go into the uncertainty of entrepreneurship. She's crazy to give up her 401k and her medical benefits and all the things that come with that form of, quote, stability. She's crazy to still be trying to own her own business, and she's not even bringing in clientele right now the way she wants to, and financially struggling. She's crazy to keep going. And from the outside perspective and opinion, I could see why people say that. Based on their logic, their math, and their vision, I can see why they would say that. But my inner knowing's like, no, bitch, keep going. I know you're frustrated. I know you're tired. I know you just want shit to pop. I've made plenty of videos about it. I shall not quit. They only think I'm crazy right now until it works. And I sit here before you all knowing it's gonna work. The pieces are coming in, the path right now. I see it. I'm not imagining it. I see it. When I get weary, it's because I'm impatient. Not because I've lost hope and lost belief. It's I'm impatient. I just watched this woman go through labor for damn 19 hours. If you haven't ever heard a pregnant woman in the midst of labor with no medication, there is a pitch, there is a sound, there is a pitch in the wailing. It's giving me the chills again. There is an agony in the wailing and what I call suffering. Childbirth is the most inhumane yet humane form of suffering. 19 hours and that kind of discomfort. She spent damn near a whole day trying to have a baby. And she was determined to do it on her terms. Without medication, without hospital intervention, and safely in the comfort of her home. And she did it. But as I sat bedside with her for hours and hours and hours, listening to that wail, I'm just like, there's no fucking way I would have chosen to do this way. Oh my God, the moaning, the groaning, the screaming. And she was such a G. She was so poised. She was locked into her meditation, to her breath work. She was in the zone. And still I'm like, there's no fucking way. You've got to be fucking crazy. As I'm sitting here watching her, because my birth story was much different. Much different. Like, much different. Faster, painless. And I did not go into those realms of pain and discomfort that I saw. I literally was like, she's got to be out of her mind to have chosen this. And then that baby's head started to crown. And you could see life coming through. Shit was so fucking wild. Y'all know our pee hole is, I mean, it's not even your pee hole. Your what's it, your urethra? I don't know. Whatever that hole that goes into the womb. It's not your pee hole. It's your vagina. Y'all know that thing is this big. And she delivered a 9-pound baby. I watched it. The head crowning. Do you know how wide the hole has to stretch to let a human head come through it, especially one of that size? And then that beautiful baby came out. She's gorgeous. And all I could do is just stand there and look at them in awe. And I had nothing but respect for her. and appreciation for being on the front lines of that journey with her. I feel so honored to have witnessed it and supported her in it. And I'm also really thankful that I had to live that vicariously as opposed to personally, because baby, hell to the no. Hell to the no, no, no. Okay? No, 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 no. Okay? Mm-mm. But I literally witnessed a miracle this morning. Literally. She's not crazy. I never thought she was crazy, technically. I just thought it was a sign up for a whole lot of suffering and risk. But it wasn't my vision. It wasn't my story. It wasn't my journey. It wasn't my gut feeling. It was hers. It was hers. There's a lot of energy around you all really tapping into what is your gut feeling and what is for you. What do you feel is right and best for you, regardless of what other people say or think? What is right and best for you? Okay. So let's get into these cards. Okay, so the card that came out says vision board. Make a vision board. And this is apropos as we're talking about what's right and best for you. The vision comes from you first. What do you, want in your life? What do you want to see happen? It might be really big and grandiose or super simple, but what is it that you envision is right and best for you? And I'll also add, what is it that you have envisioned that you deny yourself because of other people's lack of approval? What visions and ideas, desires do you hold that you reject or deny because you don't have enough outside cheerleaders? Because you don't have enough outside support? Enough people saying you can do it? What are you forbidding yourself to experience in this realm because you don't have enough co-signers? People that are saying, yeah, you can. Why are you looking for co-signers on a vision that was given to you? How can someone else co-sign a feeling you have? They're not inside your body. They're not inside your experience, your mind. They're not in your journey. They're not your soul. They're not on the same path as you. So it's a lot of energy around really tapping into what are the visions you have for you that other people may not understand or approve of. Some of you have desires that you're like, I'm never gonna do it. Okay. And I'm getting a lot of energy around parents and children. So it's like, what have you always wanted to do that your parents wouldn't approve of? And some of your parents are deceased and you still won't go do the things. Some of those things include not just, experiences or activities, but it's like allowing yourself to face a truth. Some of you have had relationships with parents that are very difficult. And you won't even allow yourself to really unpack it because you don't want to have to deal with the impact or the outcomes of it because they're still alive. You won't even go near the story to unpack it because it's like, no, I gotta wait till they die before I really start dealing with that in an honest way. So this message is layered. I will for sure pass on all of this love with you guys in the chat. She'll be pleased to know that you guys care so much. Yes, baby girl is beautiful. When I get permission to put her on camera, I'll bring her, I'll take the camera around so you all can meet her. But yeah, it's a lot of energy around what is it that you want, that you've envisioned, that you're not giving yourself permission to let in. Okay? There's a need to make a vision board. Vision boards, by the way, are not just about the things that you want to do or things that you want to achieve. Okay? Vision boards can speak to habits and patterns and routines that you want to master. Okay? Your vision board is all of your highest desires. What you want to be, do, have, and feel. What is it that you want to feel that you're not giving yourself permission and privilege to let in? Some of you want to feel very confident doing things that other people may not believe you can do. Whew, I feel that real hard. Not feeling confident in yourself because other people aren't confident in you. Because they have opinions or judgments or low expectations of your potential and your capacity. So make a vision board. We talk about making vision boards and making it visible, and you know, some people put it on the wall, some people have it on their phone as a screenshot, whatever. Your vision is for you. Remember that. If you have it somewhere publicly posted where other people can acknowledge it and give feedback on it, I would rethink that. Put it somewhere that is sacred for you. Don't give anyone permission to walk past your vision board and start doubting it, putting negative juju on it. You can easily and loudly remind them that that vision is for me, not you. This vision lives inside of me. That's why you don't get it. You're wondering why I put on here that I want to have this kind of business. That's because that's the seed of desire that is inside of me. It's not supposed to make sense to you. It's not for you. This goes for partners and friends, family alike. Just because someone is in love with you and loves you doesn't mean that they see your full potential. They may be stuck in their own fears and doubts and failures that they project onto you, and now they have all these limited expectations around what's right and best for you. Okay. So, create your vision board. Make it plain and keep it private. It's just for you. It's just for you. All right, waiting until the parents die to deal with unresolved issues actually turns out to be counterproductive because in the healing process, questions are sure to come up that you will never get answered. Facts on facts on facts. On facts. And I know somebody needed to hear that too, Carrie. Thank you for sharing that. All right. Next card says read. Okay. So again, this statement of they call you crazy until it works. This read card is important to this process. Whatever grandiose ideas that you have, you know, risk that you feel you want to take, and I say risk with big air quotes because there's alignment and then there's risk. And in alignment, outsiders may see it as risk, but you see it as alignment. It's the natural next best step. It not only makes intellectual sense, hell, it might not make intellectual sense, but again, that feeling is enough to give you the courage and the confidence to know that that is right for you. Alignment. Risk is more like when we're unhinged and we're just doing things without certainty of knowing what is going to happen and how it's going to happen. Alignment assures you that, again, things are in their proper place and order. Risk is like, I don't know. Alignment says, I may not know how or what, but I know that, which is knowing. I know that. I don't know how it's going to happen or when it's going to happen, but I know that it will. Okay? Risk is like, risk is 50-50. Might go here, might go there. But this card of reading, it feels like there's a need to do more, what I call due diligence. Whatever your hopes, dreams, desires, things that you want to make manifest that other people might call you crazy around, you need to do more research. Okay? There's a lot of energy around doing more research, studying, whether it's learning to master your craft or learning more about the benefits of something or the challenges of another thing. It's like doing your due diligence within your own vision. Okay? It's called preparation. I can say, oh, I want to start a new business selling hubcaps. I don't know the first thing about the hubcap business, or hubcaps for that matter, but I'm about to go start a hubcap business. That's a risk. If I want to go start a hubcap business and company, naturally the alignment is going to take me forward more into the discovery of what that is and what that looks like. Not even like me trying to map a plan out. Alignment is going to pull me closer to it and closer to it and closer to it. Using your thinking mind, I always talk about the thinking mind as if it's never useful, and the thinking mind is very useful. It just shouldn't make your decisions. The thinking mind is there to observe, they're giving me observe, I can't say it, absorb and observe. Absorb, A-B-S-O-R-B, okay, and observe, O-B-S-E-R-V-E, okay. Soaking up things, taking it in, not judging it, not deciding from it, but just taking in new information. I feel like whatever these big dreams, big visions, big goals that you all have that other people might think is wild out there, it's for you to continue to self-study, to learn more, dive deeper. Just because someone else doesn't think you're going to be a good hubcap owner, business owner, doesn't mean that is true. It may mean that you need to prepare. You need to look into it more. You need to get into a level of mastery around it. If it's really for you, you'll be excited to do it. It won't feel like school or feel like it's being forced. You'll be like, that's a no-brainer because this feels aligned. So naturally, I want to go more into it and toward it. So for those things that you feel that energy around, dive deeper into it. Some of you want to be entertainers or actors and singers and performers, and you're not even studying your craft. You're just saying you want to do it. And you're not following that urge deeper into it. And when we want to do something, it's always from an inner reason. There's a deeper seated reason, because it's attached to joy or fun or magic or mystery that entices us. Of course, dive deeper into it. Study. And it's not just through books. This energy is really about having this investigative mindset. People may call you crazy because they don't know that you're studying, that you're learning, that you're growing in this area. They don't know the seed of passion and desire inside of you. Some of you need to allow that passion and that fire to grow a little bit more, to be sparked by your investigative nature, your discovery and exploration of it. It's a lot of energy around that. Becoming a master at what you do. I don't care what you want to do. Whatever you want to do that comes from the deepest and highest places in you, I would hope you want to master it. That should be a natural next step. The only reason why it wouldn't be is if you're letting doubt, fear, insecurity, judgment, comparison, all this other bullshit get in the way. They won't call you crazy when you do it. They'll call you successful. They'll call you brave. They'll call you resilient, strong, intelligent. They'll call you a pioneer or a trailblazer. They'll call you a knower, a believer, a go-getter. See how the narrative changes all of a sudden? They don't have to believe in you. They don't have to understand your vision. They don't have to connect with your capacity and your capabilities. You do. That's for you to do. Never mind what anyone else says or thinks or believes about you. It's for you to know you and what you want, what you desire. It's for you to know that you can do it, that it's possible, that it's worth it. This is a journey of you with you. It's not even you versus you, it's you with you. Your highest desires are yours. They're yours. Own them, honor them, hold them sacred, respect them, believe in them, grow in them. Be willing to try, to bet on yourself without the belief of others. Because the knowing is inside of you. This is interesting. I've got this drink tea card. Okay, drink tea. Now this is very specific. Now, it's very specific, and I feel like it's a very interesting message coming through in a lot of different layers. I'm getting a lot of herbal tea. Oh. Wow. Sorry. Wow, I'm getting the chills from it too. So the epiphany I'm having right now, I pulled these cards at the start of the reading and I kept looking at this drink tea like, what is this trying to tell me? Well, I'll tell you. I have, and I'll say it like this on purpose, I have a far-fetched desire to start a tea company. This is crazy. Oh God, oh my God. I got a brilliant download, a whole marketing strategy. It's like an incredible concept, all the things. I literally forgot about it. It's literally not even on my vision board right now. And I need to go back and add it. I'm a tea drinker. I got a whole download around a tea brand and different blends and all kinds of layers to this vision. And it's not that I don't believe in it. Maybe it's a little bit of it. It's not that I don't believe it can be successful or achievable, but there is a little bit of it because all the other billion things that I'm already called to do in this life is like, really, Lord, another thing? And this thing came to me like 2 years ago, maybe 2.5 years ago. Yeah, like 2.5 years ago. In my mind's eye, I'm like, another thing? I cannot put another thing on my plate. There's so many other things that I'm bringing into reality right now that too, I'm being reminded of it right fucking now. And in my own mind, I do judge myself. I'm a manifesting generator. For those of you who know human design, manifesting generators are ideas men. I have no shortage of ideas. This is what makes me a good marketing and business strategist. Is because I can easily see the potential in brands. I can see the alignment with the people and the purveyors of the brands. Like, I have no shortage of ideas, good ideas, viable ideas. And at the same time, I have a limited capacity on how much I'm willing to put all of my energy into doing. And so I have put that tea idea way on a back burner that's really off camera. It's out of sight, okay? I have. And there's a part of me that is not that I don't believe in that brand, but there is a part of me that's like, can I really do that too? Can I really do that too? Maya's been making herbal teas and herbal lemonades. Been making a lot of those lately. Okay, side note. Maya, I don't know if you've been making some hibiscus lemonades, but I had, on a couple of different occasions, a hibiscus lemonade that had like lavender in it. A hibiscus lavender lemonade. Ugh. So good. I keep saying I'm gonna recreate it and do it, but oh, so good. Whew. I take it as my message because I made myself a cup of berry and lime tea. Listen, it's given drink tea. So that's what it meant for me. I feel like for the large majority of you, it's like a moment of reflection and solitude. When I look at the picture, that's all I'm drawn to. Is I'm drawn to the leaf and I'm drawn to her solitude, like her countenance of peace and presence. And selling the hibiscus, soursop, passion fruit. Oh, girl, come on. So listen, these big ideas, these big brand ideas, I see I'm not alone. I feel like for the large majority of you, I want to say it's about pushing stop, okay? It's not about literally drinking tea, although I highly recommend that too, but it is about this mindfulness pause that happens when we drink tea, okay? And don't we drink tea a little bit different? I do. I drink tea a little bit different than how I drink coffee. Y'all see me on here drinking coffee. Like tea, there's a poise. Like, even look how she's holding the glass. There's like a poise and a presence, a stillness that we know we have to honor so we don't hurt or harm ourselves with the tea, for one. But it's a lot of energy around using it as like a meditative practice, using it to slow down. I keep hearing push pause, okay? Using it to slow ourselves down, to be more present with ourselves. This is a great time for meditation, for visualization. It's a great time for journaling and note-taking ideas. It's a great time to just practice mindfulness. Okay. You know what it's like to drink something high. You try to sip it, and you're very, very mindful in that moment so you don't take in too much and burn yourself. Okay. You think it's about the tea and try not to get hot, scalding, liquid on your mouth or in the wrong place too fast. But what that does is it slows down your mindset. It makes you be more present, literally, in your body. Okay. There's a whole mindful meditation that happens when we drink tea, or anything hot for that matter. So it's a lot of energy around that, and there's a lot of energy around herbal tea. If you are a tea drinker, herbal tea. Okay. Root teas. Turmeric, ginger, okay. Tea. Not like these fabricated and processed teas, like actual herbs that are steeped in water. Like plants, actual, okay. I don't know who this is that likes to sip, it's coming through. Somebody in here likes to sip, what's it called? Like those powdered Sudafeds, Theraflu. Like, aren't those for like, oh, okay. Yeah, so I'm like, aren't those for like cold and flu and cough, like that kind of thing? They're like, abandon that, sip herbal tea. If you have a cold, you're coming down with something, go to your local Chinese market or an Indian market or an herb market of any sort and ask them what herbs are good for your consumption. Okay. It's no processed products, all natural. You okay?
I'm fine. I think his mom was like, so I'm gonna get her a chair.
Oh, okay. All right. Let me start winding this down. We got a baby in the house. I need my cup and saucer. You know what I'm talking about? See? Yeah. There's a class and sophistication that comes with drinking tea. It takes our mindset into a whole other frequency. We don't even realize it. We think we just drinking tea. It's a whole self-care strategy, which is why I came through that deck. That's a self-care oracle. Okay. Of course, it flew across the room. Hold on. Oh. Okay. For those of you who are noticing, I wore this yesterday. Mind your business, okay? I had a baby all day yesterday. The card says the illusion. Okay, let me show you the right way. It's our last card. It says the illusion. Okay. So you see this shark in the brain? Okay. There's a lot of imagery. It's a lot of, it's an oracle. So I challenge you to conclude what is coming to you with this card first. I'm going to start doing that with you all a lot more. I'm going to hold the card and I want you to speak what message is coming to you. I'm getting this energy of like penetrating ideas. There's something that you all have been sitting with, and I'm talking about individually, obviously. I literally want to say it like this, though. Some killer idea that you've been sitting on. Okay. Not confident in, not feeling the clarity around how it can happen and where the resource is going to come in at. And it's like, you got to let that in more. You may not say, okay, I'm going to do it, but just let it in. Just let it be a thing without you trying to push it away or ignore it. Like for me, I just need to let the tea thing be a thing without feeling overwhelmed by all the other responsibilities and priorities that I have right now. I just need to let that thing just sit somewhere in my ecosystem, energetically. I don't have to keep my mind's eye on it, but I just need to let it in. I really need to let it in and know that when it's time to happen, it will happen. But these ideas that we don't even let sit in our subconscious or our conscious mind because we're like, I don't know how it's going to happen. That costs too much, or that takes too long, or who's going to help me? All the barriers and the stop signs that we just stop that. Just let it be a thing. Okay. Because the big illusion is that it can't happen, or it's too hard, or it's going to take too long, or I don't have the resource. Like, all of that is actually not real. I'll continue to remind you all that the things that your soul wants, they want you to. So all of this, the mental chatter and the self-doubt, and I'm hearing self-harm, okay? I'm talking about your attitude and your belief systems and your self-talk, the self-harm that you put in the way. That's what you got to work on. You don't even need to figure out how to do it. You just have to figure out how to stop yourself from stopping doing it. Figure out what's stopping you from doing it. You don't have to figure out how to get it done, but what's stopping you from just letting it be a vision, letting the idea exist. You don't have to figure out the details, but what's stopping you from that? That's your priority. Okay, that is your priority. Is to identify not what you need to do, but what you need to stop doing that's creating friction and resistance and distance from it. Okay. Woo. Okay. Maya says, I had an idea to just hold people and allow them to cry in my arms. Told God, if this is for me, show me the way. Girl, people have whole businesses just hugging people. I know some of y'all have seen this. I think it's in the UK or Canada, where I've seen that it's really popular. A hugging business where people pay someone else just to hold them, to cuddle with them. Just, it's non-sexual, it's clothed, it's innocent. It's just sharing touch. So I don't think that's crazy. And you don't need me to justify or validate it for you. It's your vision. It came through you for a reason. It's not for anyone to say, yes, that's a good idea, or no, it sucks. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks or feels. It's only you, for you. What do you think about it? What do you feel about it? What are you sensing to know about it? Does it feel aligned for you? Okay. So, I don't know, this feels a little bit jarring, but I'm hearing like, fuck what you heard. And that's for any negative Nancy's or naysayers who have tried to poison your ideas with their fear and their doubt and their failures. It's like, fuck what you heard. You might be wanting to do something that you saw somebody next to you fail at. It doesn't matter. That's not your business. That's not your journey. That's theirs. Okay. So many of you are pregnant with potential. Pregnant with potential. I'm so glad Destiny did what she did and trusted her gut to bring this baby earthside at home. I'm glad I had an opportunity to see that manifestation unfold in real time. And I certainly don't think she's crazy. It worked. And whatever you are pregnant with potential with, it can work too, and it will. When you stop looking for other people to believe in it and you choose to believe in yourself. I love y'all so much. Have a great day. No matter what. Peace.